Hello artists! Welcome to Mart's Art Studio. And this is my first ever how to draw step-by-step tutorial. Today, I'm going to teach you how to draw Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's to celebrate the game's 12-year anniversary. If you're new to this channel, you can subscribe for more upcoming videos in the future and turn on your notifications to keep up with the content I post. So once you have all the materials that you need and supplies, we can get started. Make sure to pause the video if you need to. So first, we are going to start with the nose. And the nose is just simply a circle that goes like this. And if you make any mistakes, it's okay to erase. And I highly recommend drawing with a pencil, so that way you can erase with an eraser, or a separate one if a pencil like this doesn't have one, or if they fade off and get old. Anyway, carry on. And now we're gonna do his cheeks, like just around the nose area. And we're gonna go, actually starting from the bottom right here, to make it easier. And it's gonna go around like that. And then you're gonna wanna do the same thing over on this side. I'm gonna do a connect. I don't like how I make one side bigger than the other. I try to make it as even as I can. Like that. And so then we're going to draw, let's add a little more. We're going to draw his eyes. And one eye is gonna circle around just like that. And then this is gonna be an outline, like covered in black. And then this is like the pupil, and then the little dot right there. Once you have that done, then you can simply draw the other eye, going like this. And for detailing and stuff like that, I like to use this special black marker. And what I like about these kinds of markers, they don't even leak. They don't even leak through, which is amazing. I highly recommend buying these. I mostly do my shopping for art supplies at Hobby Lobby, but I've seen these in other stores too. These are really helpful. So you're gonna want to color his eyes in, and then his nose is black, so it's going to be like this. So I colored in, make sure it's all detailed in, just like that. And the rest of the coloring will be later. It's just little details here and there that I like to fill in. And don't mind the buzzing noise, it's just a little fan I have on to keep myself cool, because it does get hot in here. Anyway, I'm gonna want to draw like the mouth area that kind of goes like curves with the line like this, and that's supposed to be like the teeth in between. And then his chin is going to go something like this. Add a little detail right here to connect well, this basically is supposed to be his head. So you're gonna want to curve around for the shape of the head. Then do like a almost slight U shape like this. This is like a little part that keeps his ear stabilized. Then the rest of this shape is basically just the ear, like that. Then you're gonna want to come here and curve around just like so. Then, once you have that, you're gonna want to let's make this come out a little more. I kind of like to touch things up a bit, just fix things, just to make it look better. Just like that. And so, you're gonna want to start right here, do a little curve. And then curve around to connect the shape of the head, like that. Next step, you're gonna want to draw the other ear on this side. Starting right, sorry if my hand's in the way, right about here. There, that's the other ear. And I kind of like to make them evened out. So let's erase this ear and make it evenly bigger with the other ear. Just like so. Then take the black marker and just fill it this little part in. Then you're gonna want to fix the shape of the head and curve it more like that. Not looking the greatest, but it's the best I could do. But you know what? This is where the top hat is going to go. that's one part, and then this is the top of the hat. Like right about there. I don't like how that looks a little crooked right there. Let's get that out of the way. This eraser's almost gone, so. And don't mind me if I like to go back and fix things. It's kind of a habit when I draw, just to make things look better. And there you have the shape of the head. And now, you want to come here and draw his eyebrows, which are like these triangular connection. Actually, to make it look a little better, let's put it about right here. And then right here for the other one. Yeah, sorry, one's longer than the other. I actually want to make it equal, so that way. Sorry about the noise. Just like that. Then his eyebrows are going to want to be filled in with a black marker, like this. And the same with his top hat, which almost looks like a boat on top of him. Just like that. You can pause if you need to catch up. And so now, do a little curve line. And so now, this is going to be part, like the strap to his bow tie. So it's going to want to go this way. Actually, let's make the circle first to draw out the bow tie. Make a line going up, a little upwards like this, and then a line going downward like that. And so, let's confiscate that little scribble line or whatever. That line going up and that line going downwards, and connect both ends. Of course, they're kind of like sideways hearts. Almost like a dog bone, sort of. And then I kind of made the strap too big. Let's fix it. And then that'll be it right there. Let's color in the strap. and color this bow tie in. I like how I can do these circles because there's no plain white spot in sight. So basically what this is turning out to be is just a portrait of Freddy himself. There's other ways that you can draw him, but this is the way I wanted to do it. So anyway, you're gonna want next is to come down to here and to draw the stomach area. So I had to do a lot of erasing just to get it right. Excuse my hand. And a lot of erasing. And then curve going down this way. And there, you have like the stomach area. And if you wanted to, which is pretty much a cool detail I saw in some other designs of him, which are little buttons you can add like this, but it's optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just like to do that. So, next step is the shoulder area. This is going to want to curve down like this. And you're going to want to make like a stone kind of shape for the shoulder area. So almost like a oval kind of shape looking thing. Almost like a rock, sort of. And then for the rest of the arm, you can draw a line curving about this way. And then that's one arm done. Then you're going to want to come this way and draw a very long line, like curving from the top of this bow tie all the way around and connecting this, like from the end of the paper, and connecting just like that. And let's just say and just leave this part like invisible, because that's basically the rest of the arm going down. But so basically what you're seeing is like a headshot of Freddy. And then last thing is a little touch-up detail with a line going that way. Okay. Let's kind of clear him off there. And there you have him. And now he's ready to be colored. Which I'm going to start on the eyes first. and they're going to be colored in blue. But wait a minute. It's one thing I like to do to make my drawings look interesting. I like to take this black marker and trace over the pencil parts just to make it more cooler and more detailed. So let's take care of the tracing process before I color in the rest. Oops. I kind of got out of line a little bit. So this is like the chin going up. This is the side of his face. And I want to go around like this, going up. And do his little line thing. And then just like that. And then curve around like that. Yeah, let's do like around the eyes like this. And cover his little, whatever you call those for the eyes. And trace around for the head. And go around the ears, like so. And then there, now he's looking more stylish, let's just say. Yeah, one eyebrow's looking bigger than the other, but there you have him. And now I got ink all over me from the marker. I just clean off real quick. Anyway, we're gonna want to do the light parts first. Which will start with the stomach area. Now, it doesn't really matter what you color with, as long as it comes out really well, you have done a good job. So, and this is just going to be like the face area too. And I want to go back and fix a little detail right here. Like that. And then you're going to want to color the ears in. And that's going to want to be brighter, like this. And there you have him. And now, for the rest of his body, is the much darker brown, like this. Of course it'll look like gray, but this is the darkest brown I could find for him. His color pencils are not the best, but I like to color with them anyway. As you see, that right there is the rest of the arm going down. And excuse my hand while I try to color this in. Keep this stabilized like this. Excuse me. And this is the rest of the other arm down here. I don't like how the lead shrinks. See, like that. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of blurry to see, but it might get a little noisy, but I'm going to sharpen this. So now we can color the rest of him. And color in his face and the rest of his head. The mouth stays white. Like, because that basically just brings out his smile. Let's color in the ears up here. And the rest of his face. We can go along here. These pencils are terrible. But I'm doing what I can. Don't you worry. Then the rest of the ear right here can be colored in. And since this part right here is just supposed to be gray, just use regular pencil for that part. That's just special detailing. I know he looks done, but I'm gonna touch him up a little more. Just to keep him nice and detailed. I know these leads on these pencils keep shrinking every time I try to color. So annoying. Kinda wish there were better pencils that never did that. So there you have him. let's just continue touching him up. That's what I like doing. Make sure he's all nice and detailed, and try not to show too much white. That's what I try my hardest to do, is to be a lot more detailed. So now, once you've colored it all in, and there you have your Freddy Fazbear. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have fun drawing with me. Until next time, I'll see you in the next project.